Hey Julio, good afternoon. How are you doing? Julio, you are new to the channel if I'm not mistaken, so welcome. Whereabouts are you registering from? So today, focus is going to be on gold. I've got an impulse entry or momentum entry sell underneath here. I'll just share my screen with you. Uh, There we go. So I'll explain. I'm just going to put my second TP in right now. So, rationale and thought process behind what we've seen. Hey, Simon. Pleasure. Thank you. Thank you for your nice words. Um, Julio, whereabouts are you registering from? Are you UK, Europe, South America? Be nice to know where you're from. Um, Maybe a little bit presumptuous saying Europe and South America, but be nice to know where our watches are coming in from today. Now, you can see my order underneath the low of the hourly bullish candle. So I'm just going to zoom in and explain a little bit about Honduras, Central America. Love, well, welcome. Um, so look, what's the thought process here? So gold, obviously, we've seen down 30 odd dollars on the day, $34. What's happened at this price point? So we've got previous support here. Markets rallied, created a lower high, come back down, found support again. Buyers have come in. Now, this is where we would sort of traditionally look at what I call a BPC trade. So you've had bullish candle close, next candle, it actually started, went up first, and then came down. If it had gone down, I'd have looked at buying the break of this high here. It came close, didn't obviously. If BPC traders were looking at this, I don't think they'd have got triggered unless they hadn't applied the spread that we put above. But because this has failed, I'm seeing this as now an opportunity for the market to break this low and continue its move lower down towards hourly support down here. So I've got first TPs in through here, second TP in here at the top of this range, and we'll see what happens. I did just take a trade on the DAX. It was a loss of 30 pips, so you can see that in here. Basically, what I'd seen was this market broke above, took out the highs. I wasn't trading the long, but then as it took out the highs, as soon as it broke this low, I was looking to trade and come back down. Didn't get anywhere near my 20 points first TP. Didn't even get a chance to move it to break even. But what I did do is, as the market came down again, failed to break that low. As it broke its own high, I closed the trade out. So I took a loss of 30 points there. If this trade now triggers and we start to move, I can bring my risk down from here down into around this area here. So we can take a nice chunk of risk off this if we just go straight down and trigger now. We do have comics opening in 26, 27 minutes, which should give the market another push, hopefully to the downside. So who else we got in today? We are doing so. There's big news for anyone that isn't a member of Trade and Train. We are doing a promo at. We're doing a promo with Instant FX Capital. Um, and that promo is anyone that opens a instant funded account with Instant FX Capital will be granted free access to Trade and Train for a temporary period. So all you need to do is head over to, uh, let me just pull up the page for you. Control, copy. So anyone that opens an instant funded account, so you have to go through KYC and AML. Minimum size account that you can open is $3,000, which is a $300 deposit. So anyone that opens with a $300 or $500 deposit will be entitled to 30 days full VIP access. Anyone that does a $1,000 account and above, for the 10K up to 50K accounts, will be granted 90 days VIP access. So it's a great time to be getting involved. Um, in terms of giveaway, that's membership fees. That's for the bigger one. We're giving that away. That's £441 worth of membership fees, and on the lower entry one, it's £147. So nice little promo there for anyone looking to get an instant funded account and get some support along the way, where they can join us, trade live with me on a daily basis, or one of our traders, Nolan or Adam, on an evening where you're going to look more at swing trading. Morning sessions, US sessions, I focus on gold, uh, Nas gold and DAX in the morning, and gold and DAX in the gold and Nasdaq in the afternoon. Sorry, my messages were just getting pinged left, right, and center. So yeah, we've got sell orders sat in here right now on gold, and we're just waiting for the market. Let me know if the music's a little bit too loud or if it's okay. Um, okay, guys, right. Let's just waiting for this to unfold now. Now, like I was saying, if you're new and you've just come onto the live stream, guys, I would have been looking for longs above here had this candle here first gone down. Now, on the flip side, we could potentially get a false break setup, which means we get a close below on the hourly. It moves in our favor. We could get triggered, hit TPs, etc., and then it come back, close back above this level where we could then start to look for a false break setup. But yeah, we're just waiting now. We'll wait for the market to do whatever it needs to do, and then we'll hopefully capitalize on the back of it. Uh, Julio, I can say you are the first watcher from Honduras, as far as I'm aware of. So that's nice to know. It's nice to know that we've come up in your algorithm to be seen. Um, don't expect thousands and thousands of trades. We are probably one or two trades per session. Um, we are very disciplined and stringent about our setups. Like I'll only do momentum entries on gold, pre-COMEX. I'll only do momentum entries on NASDAQ pre-open, say 2:30 BST. So anywhere between 2 and 2:30, which is in an hour's time. And then I'll only do momentum entries on the DAX pre 8 a.m. GMT BST. So you're not going to see, if you think you're going to be here and you're going to see wild trades and huge amounts of profit. Listen, we trade standard 3 lots on gold, 10 on the indexes. What we try and show you is that a systematic approach you can then start to scale. And we're getting some fantastic results with our members that tune in from 7 a.m. BST, where we do live streams for the London and European Open. But these are things that take time, and it's not just going to happen overnight. So I don't know how long you've been trading. If you've been trading a long time, I'm not trying to teach you to suck eggs. It's just I'll always repeat the same information if I ever get someone new into the stream. Well, who else have we got coming in today? I know. How are you getting on, Simon? Who else we got in here today? So just looking at, yeah. So we can, to be fair, we can look at longs above 33.15 as well if we get a close above there. Now, obviously the market, I'm going to favor a momentum entry to the downside just because the market is predominantly to the short side today. But if we do get a 15-minute close, let me just check the 15 actually. Yeah, if we get a 15-minute close above here, we can trade along as well. So all I'll do is I'll delete this order if it breaks and close above here. Um, I'll, I'll cancel the order and we'll look to go long. So I'm happy to trade either way because we have clear range, clear space to trade into. If you look here, we've got easy 76 points. Give me 20 or 30 and I'm as they say, happy as pig in shit. Uh, that's good. Mindset's shifted to be a little bit more less nervous now, Simon. You're not putting as much pressure on yourself. Here we go. So I'm just getting ready to move my stop down. I'm just going to wait for it to trigger first. Now bring my stop down. Chilled is the way forward, buddy. Chilled is the way forward. You're going to take losses. You're going to be away from the charts when trades happen, and you can't put pressure on yourself. You just, when you're there, you make the most of the opportunities that present themselves. Oh my God, Julio, who is this Omar Agag? Someone else from India. Literally, I'll show you. I literally had a huge fallout with this guy online. This guy was asking for refunds. Let me see if I can find. I don't know how, because Omar Agag is his company's called. It's the backwards version of my company. This is called Train and Trade, I believe. Uh, Let me see if I can find this guy, Omar. Uh, where did Don't know who it was, but he was trying to get a refund, and I was like, mate, you with the wrong. Yeah, Vivek. Here we go. So he was. So Omar Agag DM me Telegram. Yeah, he's called train underscore and underscore trade. This guy, because this dude messaged me to say he'd paid for it and not got something, and I was like, sorry, you barking up the wrong tree. He started calling me a scam. I was like, mate, you want to go check me out? You can find me. I've been here since 2017. If I was you, I'd go and do your research and actually check the real account that you're meant to be looking for, which is train and trade, not trade and train. Ah, no, 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 it's okay. Um, don't be sorry. It's just this is the second time someone's asked me about Omar Gag. I've never heard of the guy before. So maybe you found me searching for him? Is that what it is? Because we do have our companies are similarly. Um, I've no idea who this guy is, but people keep coming to me asking for refunds now on his behalf. I'm like, I think you need to go and speak to Omar. All right, and let's see where this one ends up. 15-minute candle's going to close back inside the range. Doesn't really matter. We're only watching. Mr. Bolos, how are you? Good day at work so far. Ker- How are the patients in Yorkshire? Have they been kind to you? So nothing traded as of yet. We have a potential sell order as a momentum entry underneath the hourly swing. Underneath, it's sunny here as well, but unfortunately, I'm sat in my office just waiting for the markets to have a little move. But we'll see. I tell you what, I'm going to come off this and just go to TradingView while we're waiting for something to happen. So that's what we're currently watching right now. Okay, this is what we've got sell orders underneath here. Okay, there is potential to go long, as I said, but you'd probably need to close above 33.15 in this area. Close above here. So we've got a little micro range. We're just waiting for it to pop outside that. I'm favoring a move to the downside just on the basis that the market has been down just over 1% on the day. Um, let's have a look and see what's going on with the NASDAQ. Now, one thing about the NASDAQ that we need to be a little bit wary of is earnings season at the minute. So we're likely to see some volatility in how the market's moving. Daily flip could be on the cards. I wouldn't do it on the basis that it's opened here and moved up here, but potential to see daily wick lower. Um, yeah, so this, okay, hold on, gold's getting close. Oh, close but not quite. So we will see it jump around in a little bit, especially just as we get very close to the opening of the COMEX. So if you're a little bit late in, guys, why I'm looking at shorts. So we had support level here, market rallied, came back down. Buyers came back in at the support level. So this is where I traditionally look for BPC style trades, trade it back up to the top of the range. Next candle, it did move up first, so I ignored it. Then it's moved down. Now, because price had buyers come in at a support level, took out the highs and failed to continue going higher, my bias continues to be short. So hence, I'm looking for sells underneath the bullish candle low there. So we'll see what happens. Um, uh, so because it is a momentum entry, I'm going to apply the 70% rule, meaning 70% to target, stops to break even. Just hit stop loss at entry, and then that'll be us with zero risk on the table. 11 minutes. Got very close then, but didn't trigger. Hey Rich, how we doing, mate? We've got a sell order in, or I have a sell order, momentum entry order underneath the bullish hourly candle that failed to materialize for buyers after the rejection of the support level. So if you look here, support level was formed, price came down, tested. Right, there we go. That's T1, stops at break even, and that's what you call a quick trade, guys. Thank you very much. Let's just look in a few pips. Exactly, Peter Cole. Don't give you anything less than TP1s, do I? It's all about the magic. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I'm just gonna take another half out there just because we're gonna come into the comics right now. So it's a pleasure, darling. Nice, easy, quick pips there, guys. Analyzed the chart, predicted what was going to happen, placed the order, said coming into comics we could probably see it come down. Wouldn't be surprised to see it touch this, and then maybe we have a little reverse. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Lovely. Let's keep going. I'm just locking profit in now. Don't care what happens. Nice trade there, guys. What do you reckon? Bit bit of a cherry on top there. Rich, you came in at the perfect time. There we go. All done. Lovely jubbly. Now, that is. Should we just close the TP2 at 25 pips? Lovely. I did T1 at 15 pips. Um, but yeah, nice. I did scale another out. Yeah, literally just as it triggered, it went straight down. But lots of hearts. Yeah, I hope there's lots of hearts, lots of likes. Julio, was that one you decided to take with us, or did you just sit on the sidelines until you see how we trade? Yeah. Now, let's see if this. Let's see what's going to happen. Might be false break. Right. Let me know if you took that one, Julio. It'd be nice, new watcher jumping in and following us there, taking some nice pips out of the market. Oh, okay. NASDAQ could be setting up. Let me see, because I don't want to just jump in on the NASDAQ. See what earnings reports are out today. Oh, this fucking. Sorry, did I say that out loud? Okay, there we go. All right, so we'll wait to see what happens. We've got 7 minutes for this one to close, and then we can have a look. Let's come back over to getting a coffee now and come back for the next one. Perfect, Anna. Perfect. That's what I like. Let's see what happens. We've got 7 minutes now, guys. So listen, nothing's going to happen in 7 minutes. And look, gold's pulling back. Okay, that. Tap the level. The flip could be on as well. We've got clear candle space from here to here, so it's another 50 pips. Oh, I just realized I'm looking at the wrong screen. So if we look at this, guys, you see there's your new support level. If this closes back above it, we've got to wait again 6 minutes for this, but buys above here. Hold on. I'm gonna come back. Now, I'm not placing it yet. but that is potential depending on how it closes. We'll see how it closes. If it closes above the zone, we'll take it, or we'll take the DAX, the NASDAQ. God, I've got to stop calling bloody the DAX the NASDAQ and the NASDAQ the DAX. DAX, this is the 30-point loss I had earlier. Two trades today, one loss, one win. Net gain about $160. So nothing spectacular. Now, the fact that we've taken out the low of this candle, if we then break the high of it, I'm going to place this trade right now, guys. So, right, 10 pips buy stop. Right, we're in. I don't know how I got triggered, but I have. Right, 70% rule. There's no. Ooh, that's not so kind. Not kind at all. That was very jumpy. But 70% rule. See 7 pips. Stop loss to break even. Yeah, setup still looks cracking. Look, here comes. Yeah, just bought gold. Outside candle, false break. Literally got clipped in and it took a negative reaction. So I'm just waiting for the push higher. So if you're looking to buy this Anna, I do it above the high of the current candle. Okay, you'll get a little bit of a worse fill than where I'm in, but so you literally be in about now. There we go, break even, guys. Okay, it was a break even trade. I wasn't going to risk it on 1 minute before, so we'll see what happens. It went up 7.5, 8 pips. We got out at break even. I think it'll do its 10 pips, but I didn't want to just sit through the. That's cost me $15, including commission. So quite happy with the. I think it'll go there, but I didn't want to risk it just on the open. Too close. I wanted it to literally run straight in. I would have made target now. Easy make target. Yeah, 13 pips. Ah, well, guys. It is what it is. I'll always take a break-even trade over, and Oh, anyone in it? Anyone in it? Did you get T1, T2? Maybe T2, depending on spread. Definitely T1. Hmm. Okay, let's see what's going on with the NASDAQ. Yeah, no trade. DAX, no trade. Now, I just don't like these wicks now. Okay, so nothing on, can't trade gold now. The only opportunity for gold long was where we took this next one here to trade it into then. It's gone too much now. So the only potential trade you could do on gold right now is if you get a 15-minute close above 3,315 for longs, and even if you got a close below the same level again, we could look to then fill the range of that wick. So we've got to wait for the next close. So you're going to talk. You got at least 15 minutes to wait for this, guys. So nothing's happening on gold for 15 minutes. I don't care if it just goes straight above here. Remember, the highest probability of success on a trade comes from where, guys? Where'd you get the highest probability of success? Nasdaq flip short. What time frame? So think how you're going to apply a flip. M30. Hmm, not for me. No. So look, Nasdaq. While we're watching this, while we're waiting, let's go back to TradingView because I hate MetaTrader for analysis. So guys, live stream, we've done two trades, one gold short, one gold long. Gold long was break even, gold short 15.30, probably got, I don't know, anywhere between 30 and 40 pips. So first TP was hit within about a second. Literally as it broke the lows, we got our 15 pips instantly. Now we're just waiting on a couple of things. So this was the trade. We had a sell underneath the low and it just moved superbly. We were quite, I'll always say fortunate, but I'll always be grateful and I'll mop up those pips every time they're available. DAX, let's get rid of drawings. Let's start from the top. So look, what are we seeing? If we look at the DAX, what are we seeing in terms of candle structure and formation? Is Frankie in? This is one for Frankie. Yeah, Frankie, come on, what we seeing, mate? What's starting to happen? Yes, Anna, it is the tennis ball effect. Why do we call it the tennis ball effect? Yeah, smaller bodies, wicks starting to form. We call it the tennis ball effect for a simple analogy. It's if you throw a tennis ball against a wall, what happens to a tennis ball? The 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 shape of the tennis ball changes. It starts to compress and it compresses because it's about to bounce back. And that's the energy being squashed, it compresses, and then it comes back to itself. So trading is very, very similar. When you look at candles, as buyers start to come into the market, as sellers start to come into the market, that's where you usually see the impulsive moves, those bigger, stronger bodied candles. And as the move starts to fade, you see the bodies get smaller, the wicks start to come into play, you get wicks to the top side, to the downside. So I'll call it the tennis ball effect. look, you can just trade off the back of that if you want, but when you combine it with other things, then fantastic. It becomes very, very useful technique to look at. And this is what we can see happening now. Doesn't mean it's always going to happen, right? So where do I want to see the tennis ball effect? I want to see the tennis ball effect after a strong move. Ideally, I want to see it when it's coming into like these kind of areas. Why? We've seen support here, resistance here. So probability is price might find resistance here. So I want to see the momentum slowing down. I want to see the bodies getting small. I want to see the wick starting to come into play top and bottom. Then I'm just looking for opportunities. And this point, even though the market is long, I'm starting to think about a corrective trade, a contrarian trade, one to come back to the downside. So I want to start looking, say, right, where do I see structure? Where can I see a change in structure? So this is where I'd be saying, right, okay, if we can break through this, lovely. Then I drop down to the hourly. Right, do I see anything formed here? So resistance was formed here. We've broken above, we've failed. I like it underneath the lows here, guys. I really like it underneath the lows here, but I don't think we have enough pips up for grabs now. 32, it's too tight. Yeah, so I'm not going to trade that now. And looking at all this, this to me, now, oops, what have I just done? If I'm looking at this, I don't see clear candle space. So clear candle space, I could see if I'm looking at, I don't see clear candle space. It just looks really clustered. I just see lots of bodies, lots of wicks, small bodies, no clear candle space. Underneath here, see how many pips we've got. Yeah, I'd look at gold. What am I Oh, didn't mean to do that. Yeah, so we could look at cells underneath here on the DAX, but and I'd want to close it here. So let's go to, so you can see right now, we're a long way from that. Future Frank, TP1 and break even. What you TP1 on? You, I wouldn't do any trades just yet. Gotta wait for this cat. Your chart is so different to mine. Are you looking at gold? You can say coffee looks very, very different to this. Send me a screenshot on Telegram, mate. Let me have a look, and I'll bring it up. Right. So just gonna sit tight and wait for this to uh, Frankie, have you sent me the image, the chart? Send me it on Telegram, please, pal, and I'll have a look. So guys, yeah, if you didn't hear, uh, anyone that is a non-member of Trade and Train, I am doing a promo at the minute. We've teamed up with Instant FX Capital, that is these guys, and if you open an account with them before Bank Holiday May, which is it the 5th or the 7th? I've forgotten now. I think it's the 5th of May. And if you do any deposit, so the smallest instant funded account is $3,000, which requires a $300 deposit. That is going to get you 30 days VIP access into Trade and Train. You can trade live with me every day for 30 days. If you do a 10K account and above, which requires a $1,000 deposit, you can train with the team and myself on a daily basis for 90 days free of charge. Nice little promo there from Instant FX Capital in collaboration with Trade and Train. So if that's something that you're interested in, you want, and guys, listen, if for non-members right now, EMA put on. No, I don't use EMAs, guys. Don't use EMAs, just blank charts. EMAs are lagging. We can see a trend. I don't need EMAs to kind of tell me where the market is, okay? If that makes sense. So look, if you just think about EMAs in this way, if I'm looking at this chart right now, and let's say this was the starting point, you know that any EMA from here is going to be sloping downwards. One that is, I don't know, let's go to, if you're looking at something like an 8, it'll probably be doing something like this. So I don't know, something there or thereabouts. So let's, there you go. I've put a 9 on, pretty close. So look, the blue line that you can see there, that's a 9. I just drew on a black line as a rule of thumb what an 8 would look like. You don't need an EMA for that. I can see from a chart, okay? Does that make sense? You can kind of guesstimate what's happening, and EMAs are so lagging. Gold, bro, go up. Yeah, potentially. But I'm not doing anything with gold yet until we get a close. Let me get this, get rid of that as well. Don't need that. So G, where are you from? Welcome to the channel. I'm not sure I've seen you before in here. So thank you for joining us. Um, the UK, Europe, US, South Africa, Australia. Whereabouts you registering in from? India. Ah, welcome. So yeah, just waiting for a close above 3,315. So look, let me just do this. Move that one. So this is what I'm looking for now. Mm, No, I'll scale out. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for sells underneath here. There's no major news today, so nothing really to get us started. The only thing that is going to shake the markets around is the usual tariff nonsense, or if anything comes out, maybe from earnings data. I'm not sure who's releasing any earnings today. I can have a look, see who that is, but to be fair, I'm not really bothered. I'm just going to trade what I see anyway, which is if I get a close above here or close below here, I'm going to wait for a wick up, I'll sell the lows. Close above here, wait for a wick down, I'm buying. Very, very simple system. So uh, G from India. Whereabouts in India are you from, by the way? I hear there's a brand new startler in India. He started the IPL the other, I think it was last week. 14-year-old. They, he was bought or he got paid £100,000 or dollars to join when he was 13, and he played his first IPL match last week. Hit a six off his first ball at 14. Nas breaking with about 40 pips range. RCB. Yeah. Well, let's wait. Okay. I'm going to skip on this one, Simon, but yeah, I can see what you're looking at. If it wicks down, you do have range. You've got, what range have you got? I am going to skip on it personally, but yeah, 42 pip range. So look, I'm just going to see if something cleaner can set up. Gold only, yeah. Well, I look at three markets, gold, NASDAQ, and DAX, um, and just wait and wait patiently. Um, would like a decent wick, yeah. This is just getting too congested now. It needs to break. It needs to come to the upside or to the downside. You need to close outside, and until that point, there is no trades. So you got 14 minutes. There's nothing's going to happen on here for at least 14 minutes, guys. You're a bull on gold, are you? Yeah, well, I could understand why you'd be bullish on gold after the performance it's been over the last few weeks, but I don't think there's any particular reason to be bullish or bearish right now until we either break this. I think we get above here, we can be bullish. We get below here, we can focus on being bearish until we get down here. But that's why I'm happy to trade the little micro ranges that we're discussing until we get a bigger move one way or the other. Nice simple little trade setups. We just wait for it to materialize, and once it happens, we go straight in. Okay, so uh, one of the Fed's just speaking now, or maybe not speaking, but he's said something because I'm just getting tweets popping up left, right, and center. Tariff revenue impacting upcoming tax bill. So probably going to see some volatility. My trade for the NASDAQ is short. That's what I want to do. Sells below 19,356. Oh, that's a big number. 19,355. That's what I'm looking for. I'll let the buyers do whatever they're going to do. Let's get the new alert in. Right, cancel that one. Don't need that anymore. It's done. Don't need that. And I don't need that. So, anyone watching anything else? This is where the patience comes in, guys. You know, ultimately, um, we had two trades, a long and a short, both, depending how aggressive you wanted to be with your trade management, would have made money. First one got a nice chunk of pips out of it. Second one for me was a break-even trade, just applying the 70% rule. And I did that because it literally triggered 1 minute before the 30-minute candle closed, which was the start of comics, and it literally spiked it to 75 or 0.8, so 7.5, 8 pips up. 75, 80% to target on T1, so move stops to break even, and then we got stopped at break even. The Immortal Trader, love it. Amazing analysis, first time here. Thank you. I would say amazing name. Uh, it's a good name to have on YouTube. So where you from, the Immortal Trader? UK, US, Africa, Australia, Europe, uh, Far East, and thank you for the kind words. Glad you've been enjoying it. Yeah, we run. I've not really done this very much. YouTube, I've started pretty much in January doing live streams just for the US session. Members get London Open and New York close for swing trading. But yeah, it's something I've started doing just to create a brand awareness and get out there. South Africa. Whereabouts in South Africa? I used to work there back in 2015. Love South Africa. Ah, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, South Africa's got a very keen place in our f family. I worked in Joburg for about 18 months. My mum used to work out in Joburg in the late 80, mid 90s. Just gold, bull or bear. Neither. If it closes above 3315, I'm going to look to buy. If it closes below 3308, I'm going to look to sell. As I said, based on the daily chart, I don't see any reason to be bullish or bearish. We're sat in a range and we need to break out of that range. So I'm just looking at trading the micro ranges. You can see the range we've got here and here, and then within this bit here, we've got another micro range. And you can see it playing out. So we could quite easily break below here and come down to here where I've got close full trade, or we could break above here, scale out, and come up into this area where I've got close full trade based on. Oh, I just need to adjust that slightly there. So that's what I'm looking for. If we get any one of those happen, then I'll trade. Until that point, I'm just sitting on my hands. Oh, what's going on? Besson on China talks. Won't comment on who's talking to whom. Okay. So it's basic. I love these politicians or whatever you want to call them. Besson on China talks. Won't comment who's talking to whom. So what's the point of making the comment? Some people just like to tweet and do shit for no reason whatsoever. To me, that's a busy fool. All right, we're waiting for a close above 3315.1. All right. Well, we've got 7 minutes left, so it can happen in the next 7 minutes quite easily. In 7 minutes, it could get all the way up to here, and if it does, then there's no trade. Do I like India? I've never been to India, but my partner is from Sri Lanka, and I love Southeast Asian food. I love Sri Lanka, so yeah, I can't see why not. I love the food. I'm yet to visit, but yeah, I'd love to come and visit. Yeah. Uh, so yeah, we have 5 minutes to wait. 5 minutes to wait. Remember, we can't do any momentum entries now, um, because after 1:30, there's no momentum entries for me on gold. The only type of entry I'll do on gold is once it's closed above or below a certain point, then we can do it. Flip entry is fine, BPC is fine, but when we're trading breakouts, definitely not a momentum entry unless it's between 1 and 130 BST for gold, between 2 and 230 for NASDAQ, in between sort of like 7:30 and 8:15 for DAX. And these are all BST times. We need a kind 5 minutes, otherwise we're going to be waiting. We need it to break and close above or break and close below for us to have a trade. Now, to be fair, I know the market's down $32 on the day, but when I was just looking at the 4 hour, I'm kind of favoring a breakout to the upside. Just on the basis that we've taken out all these lows, and in theory, I would have expected it to keep going. And then it's come back and closed back above the range. So therefore, I'm thinking, right, okay, whenever we remain trapped in this range, we've tried to go to the downside and failed. We tried quite aggressively pre-Comics Open. So now we need the next move. We need to see where the follow through is. So that's why we're waiting for a close as opposed to just putting buy stops or sell stops. We need some confirmation. It's easy to sit here and go, all right, okay, I'm going to put a buy stop here or a sell stop here, but we need a little bit more confirmation. Uh, Hi Shayas, how you doing? Didn't see you in here. Um, yeah. So what's that alert? Something's breaking. Nas. Okay. Let's wait 3 minutes. Ooh. I need to reset my. I'll tell you what. All right. Let's just change charts. Okay. So I need to. My magic keys isn't gonna work here because I'm not. All right. I'm gonna wait for this candle to close. 2 minutes. Ooh, a lot can happen in 2 minutes. 1 minute 40 seconds. Right, I'm just setting an alert on gold for breaking out as well because I don't want to just focus on the NAS and break out. Oh, and I missed gold. Breakout. What's going on? Breakout long. Okay, so we've got about 1 minute. Hmm. Too close for the hourly candle to close. If it was like 50 minutes and we've got 10 minutes of the hourly to go, I'd have literally just sold live here. But I don't like it when it's this close to the end of the candle. Gold's pushing as well. If we close below this range and we have a bit of a wick, I'm just going to place a sell stop underneath the low of this candle. Got 20 seconds left. Stay up there because I want to trade a momentum entry. Just want it to stay below the level, but leave a bit of room for the wick. If not, I'm going to have to wait for the market to push up. It's gone without us. Too close. Let it go. Not chasing it. Anyway, it is what it is. Let it go. Don't go after it, guys. If we'd had something to work with here, yeah, we could have sold it. You'd be pretty much break even now. As soon as you get 15 pips, there you go. That had been T1, smashed it. Yeah. Ah, well, c'est la vie. Analysis was good. We just didn't get the setup. Would have been a nice, clean, straight move to TP1, 20 points. But we didn't get it. We didn't get the setup. Remember, we have to plan our trade and execute according to what we plan. We don't just go, oh, it's moving, right, let's jump in. Uh, okay, so let's leave that one now. We'll come back and see if we can find gold. Will gold give us an opportunity? Maybe, maybe not. Hmm. Did anyone go short on NASDAQ? Just out of curiosity. Did anyone go short? No, no work, no trade for me. Nice work, Anna. I like it. Being disciplined. Oh well, c'est la vie. It's gone. Ah, look at the NASDAQ. It's going, guys. This is. I love it when this happens. It's just a shame when we weren't on it. You plan it. There's 20. There's nothing better than when you plan something and it does what you think. Just unfortunate, there was a certain ingredient missing in our setup, therefore we couldn't take it. Oh, yeah. All right, let's see if we can get we're waiting for a 15-minute close on gold. Here, all right, let's change screens. We'll get ready for potential setup. We've got to wait for a close, but I'm just going to put this in a theoretical place for now. Not doing anything, we're just waiting. Got 11 minutes for the candle to close, so a lot can change. I'm just leaving it sat where it is. So we'll come back to this in a moment. Look at the DAX off you. I mean NASDAQ and DAX. I like them both for shorts, as I said. I mean, look, I even killed my DAX trade for 30 points. I just didn't like the way it was moving. It should have just, after it broke that candle, I wanted it to keep going. Um, no setup for me here either. I like, just because I like something short or I like something long, I'm not just going to place a trade. I got to have the setup. This is where, sometimes you see people that just trade and yeah, it looks fine. They go, okay, yeah, I'm doing this, this, and this. But I get some people want to trade with gut feel. But if you trade with gut feel, that means you're trading with emotions. And if you're trading with emotions, you're trading based on dopamine kicks. And there's going to be a time where your gut or your dopamine is going to make you make the wrong decision. So it's always better to sit on the sidelines. And as I say, better to be the pilot wishing you were in the air than the pilot in the air wishing you were on the floor. So, you know, just think of it from a pilot's perspective. I'd rather be a pilot on the ground wishing I was in the air than a pilot in the air wishing I was on the ground. When you're in a trade and you don't know how to get out of it, it's a horrible position to be in. But if you're on the sidelines going, oh, I wish I'd taken that trade, there's no damage done. Yeah, you just go, okay, right, fine. I'll wait for the next opportunity. So even this, right? If it breaks out and it goes up here and it comes all the way up here and closes, I'm not going to take the trade. It's too far, it's gone too close to targets, etc. So I just sit on the sidelines. I missed it. It is what it is. We analyze what we wanted to do, and we say, right, if this happens, we're going to do that. So, you know, always, hey, Rupi, how you doing? There's always another time, exactly. So remember, guys, this isn't a trade place. These are just lines that I'm going to move. When they turn to dotted lines, that's when the trade is being placed. In fact, I don't mind taking that up to there, but I would close at least 90% of it out at 33.22. So, I mean, even the 4 hours looking quite nice here. This is kind of a BPC. It is a BPC trade on the 4 hour, guys. I just don't like 4 hour candles. If you look at this, we've come down, we've formed support, we've got a bullish candle, we've had a wick down, waiting for price to break the highs. Let me just look at that on TradingView. Ah, see, this is why I don't like 4 hour charts because they're all different based on where your server is based. Then it will grab different hourly candles to formulate your 4 hour candle. Hourly charts will always be the same, but 4 hourly and 2 hourly charts will always be different depending on where the server of the broker that you're using is located. Because 8 a.m. will be, for example, let's say one's based in the UK and one's based in Europe, then your 7 a.m. candles are both going to be different just because the server setting, you know, one's an hour ahead. So then it pulls those four candles. So the 8 a.m. here and the 8 a.m. there is going to be different. So it'll pull the next four candles. There'll be 1 hour candle that's going to be different. So always be wary when you're trading 4 hour charts. Yes, they can look nice, but just remember it's going to look different on another 4 hour chart. So always always look to the ones that won't be different. 6 minutes. This will be the only trade I'll look at now today. If this one doesn't materialize in the next sort of 15 minutes, then I'm going to call it a day for today, guys. Hope you've enjoyed. Hope you've enjoyed the session so far, and if you have, if you've taken any trades, any comments and shares would be much appreciated. Let me know what you did, how many pips you banked, if you didn't take a trade but you saw one of the trades. Any comments and likes, thumbs up would be appreciated. If you didn't like the channel, also say so. Look, I'm totally open to criticism and critique. So please feel free to be open and transparent about what you see. Yeah, ultimately, people out there want to know what if they're going to look at a channel, what it's like. So if you thought it was crap for whatever reason, say so. No, no offense taken. Who else we still got in here? Who's sticking around, or who's not had to leave through work and family commitments, etc. 5 minutes to go, guys. 5 minutes to go. See if we can get a close above this 3315 level. Bull. Uh, Part timer still here. That's what I like to hear. Rupee. Here we go. It's it's popping. It's popped, and that's my gold alert just gone off. 4 minutes. Now, if it, like I said, if it goes and it's all the way up here, then there's going to be no trade. Which, looking at how the momentum's building right now, it could reach the top of the range. We'll see. We've just got 3 minutes to wait. Three minutes and 20 seconds. And this is where most retail traders start getting FOMO. They see it getting bullish, they see it moving, they want to start pressing the buy button, and then all of a sudden it starts coming back down below their entry price, then they start to panic. Two minutes, or I should say 1 minute 45 seconds. Right, that needs to go here. So what's the high? Is 1705. So I want this to be about 25. Oh, maybe it's still going. What's the high? Oh no, it's still 1705. So 25 is where the entry will be. I'm just going to bring that up a bit more. So potential for a trade here, guys. Oh, 57, 26. Oh, that's typical. It's moved again. 26. There we go. Right, 40 seconds. Go on, let's pull down a little bit. Okay, so potential for a trade here, guys. We've got just wait 24 seconds. Seven seconds. So just going to wait for the next one to wick down. And there we go. Buy stops in. So we've had the wick down. If we break the highs, we're going to move our stops underneath this low. So got a couple of coaching sessions later this afternoon, so I will be coming off after this trade, guys. Let's hopefully. Oh, let me just get a bit comfier. And we are live. Didn't quite see that one. Okay. I'm just looking at this right now. We really need to incorporate the stops. Basic. I'm just looking. No, it's a bit late now, but should have put stops underneath this low here. But I've moved it up maybe a little bit aggressively there, but we'll see. I'm not going to adjust. I'll leave it for where it is. And we're stopped. Oh, my lord, that was close. I think we'll get pinged now. It comes through the level too much. There we go, guys. Unfortunately, that wasn't the way that I would like to end the session, but it is that case. So, uh, what have we done today? One win, one loss, one break even. Down $800 today. So there we go. Missed the NASDQ. It's still the fine lines between getting caught with spread. This is the setup still valid. This trade is going in. Now, wherever this wick comes down to is where you need to put your stop loss. So I don't want to, Mark, you need to change. Oh, shit. Okay, sorry, guys. I thought I was on. Sorry, guys. Yeah, my bad. There we go. So buy stop is above the high of this bearish candle. I just need to adjust the entry slightly. The high is 1751. So I want to be 17. Yeah, that's fine. Let's put partial TPs in. Okay, so I'm just doing TP1 and exit, full exit up here. Stop should be underneath the low of this candle. Okay. So thanks Lola, thanks Maids Fad. Anna, everyone was telling me I was on the wrong chart. I wasn't looking at the chat because I was too busy looking at the screen. So apologies for that. But yeah, orders in above the high. One TP is set. Second TP is at the top of the range, but on the closing price, not the wicks. What's going on with NASDAQ? NASDAQ 70 points down. DAX is flat. Now, let's see what happens. Is this just the market grabbing liquidity to break the highs? Now, the reason we didn't put it above this high is because the market already broke that high and then reversed. So we need it to break its own high again before we can get triggered. 9 minutes for NYSE open, which will obviously create a little bit more volatility. Uh, what's going on with house prices? What's this one? Case-Shiller, Case-Shiller house prices, Tampa, Vegas, there you go, Charlotte, Miami. Okay, it looks like they're all on the. Can't really make head and tail of that chart on my phone, so I'll have a look at it afterwards. But not that it's going to impact my decision based on what we're seeing here. We've got a close above, we've had a wick down, we're looking for it to break the high. Same analysis as always. Um, but remember, same analysis, same same actions, consistency will create results. You're going to have losses, you're going to have wins. Um, if it closes back below the range, cancel the order. So in 8 minutes, if this one's closed back below the range, I'll cancel the order and I'll be done for the day. And I'll be back at 7 a.m. tomorrow. But that won't be on YouTube, guys. That will be for members on the live stream on Zoom. But I will be back. Oh, yeah, no, I will be doing tomorrow. But I can't do what do you call it? YouTube tomorrow because I've got live trading day in London. I will be there slightly late tomorrow just because my better half is working in Switzerland. So I'm I'm only able to get there from I'll be there just after school drop off, so I'll do school drop off as early as I can, and then I'll probably get on a bike and come across. It'll be the quickest way, I reckon. So we've got 6 minutes for this candle to basically trigger, and if it doesn't, I'm cancelling the order, and that's me done for the day. Now, Nasdaq is down 80 points on the day. Now, today success rate is down. Success rate today is only 50%, so not good from my point of view. Um, Normally, I'd expect my success rate to be in the region of 70 to 80%. But, some days you can have bad days, some days you can have good days. It started off To be fair, the worst trade I had today was on the DAX, just before the live stream. This gold long trade I would have taken anyway. I was probably a little bit aggressive with the stop, as I did mention. I didn't want to move it further away. I'm not one for that. I'd rather take the hit, and then if it's still set up, I'll replace the order like I've just done. Um, but yeah, so gold short was lovely. Gold long, I got break even, but again, unfortunate there. It was this one here. Market. We sold we sold this one, took those pips, and then we bought here, and unfortunately, it did go on to T2, but I got stopped at break even after using the 70% rule. 4 minutes to trigger. If it doesn't trigger by 2:30, guys, I am canceling the order. I'll close the stream, and I'll see you all Thursday. Thursday at 1 o'clock. Now, look, if you, in theory, you have to move this stop underneath here now, just while we're waiting for it to do its thing. Now, I know some of you guys like and understand the uprange candle. So if this closes an uprange candle and above the level but still bearish, we can leave the order in. 3 minutes. Um, so it's looking, well, let's see if it closes above first and foremost. And it's we're in again. All right, here we go. Could I be done twice off the same setup? Potentially. But what we got? 50 seconds. Straight to TP1 on the open, please, guys. 20 seconds. Five seconds. There comes. Let's hope this is just a liquidity grab. If we break the highs, we can move our stop underneath this low. Have to break the highs. As soon as we break the highs, we move our stops. Come on, break, break, break. There we go. All right, break even. Oh, what happened there? That should have been. Put the TPs at 15. Never mind. Break even trade, guys. If you had 10 pips, you hit your TPs. I did put it at 15. So nothing lost there, guys. Break even trade to finish with. I wouldn't do anything else now. 70% rule applied. If you had the 10 pip rule, you'd have hit TP1. If you are looking at anything else now, I would wait for longs until you get above 33.22. This area is just getting congested now, so longs above 33.22, shorts below 33.07, but that's it. I'm done for the day. Two break-even trades, two break-evens, yeah, two longs break-even, one loss, and one win. So thank you guys. Have a wonderful day. Um, and I'll see you all at some point tomorrow. Bye, guys. Bye, 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 bye. And don't forget to give it a comment, like, share, whatever. Tell me how you thought the stream was, and I really appreciate any feedback. Thank you.